I'm glad I continue to amaze you. Hello, everyone. This is Scratch and Jack, your host for the amazing plastics across. Keep saying across the pond because it sounds so good. The Sunday Hangout. It's like the across the pond, but it's much later and we're much stupider because the weekend is kind of over. You know how it goes. Well, this is the skill model show. This is a skill model show of the community, Google Plus community, Amazing Plastic, and it's a community of all kinds of modelers of all shapes and sizes, interests, genre levels, and skill levels, of course, who like to share their tips and tricks and revel in one another's skill modeling achievements. And I had to say that today I was just talking to my other half and saying, I haven't said on air that I'm wearing my underwear lately, and I have to say I have been wearing my underwear, so.
Funny thing, I'm also wearing your underwear.
You're wearing my underwear.
You will start
the parcel, huh?
I think I broke the elastic.
So how are you, Carlin?
I'm okay. I'm a little bit tired, but I'm okay. I'm here, awake, apparently. I didn't have a great week model building this week, but I've been up to different things and distractions. So, but I've been working on doing bits for my street scene and just making bits. And I this week I built a vending machine.
Vending machine.
Yeah.
nice.
Nice little sort of vending machine. It's it does like that.
Does it work? I mean, does it like give soda and stuff?
Only if you're sniffing the glue really hard. That's what I've been doing. I've worked on one of those, and I've been trying to work on my TARDIS console, but things about it have just been frustrating me. So there's things that I've looked into now about getting parts laser cut. So I think that's an option. I'm going to give him a ring in the morning. Well, when I get up. Well, if I get up. So I'm going to give him a ring and try to see if they can laser cut some parts for me. But yeah, and then what else am I doing? I've got Iron Man to finish off, but that's just getting paid for it now. So that's pretty much it.
There are certain words in English that sound funny when you say them, and when I hear the word TARDIS, I think of somebody taking a turd. I don't know. It's just one of those weird connections I have. I think my hair is long enough, so.
Oh, for God's sake!
TARDIS is a telephone booth in the UK, is it not?
It's a police phone box. It's a police public box. Yeah.
Well, the police boxes, why do they enclose them? Because I can understand telephones, but a police box?
Well, it was also used to keep people as well. So if the police arrived and they picked up somebody, and until they got to the station, they could keep them inside one of the boxes.
Oh, is that so? They can look inside it, or could you lock yourself inside it to protect yourself from a pursuant or someone or something?
You could, but I think they'd know where you were hiding.
Oh, okay.
It's not actually bigger on the inside of those things.
That just reminds me of something like in Keystone Cops, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean the police box was there before sort of walkie-talkie and CB radio was popular. So it would be a direct landline to the police station for the public to use, and then if a police officer had caught somebody and they were waiting for a car to come, they would just put them inside the box as a temporary prison.
Mm-hmm. I kind of wish they didn't get rid of the telephone booths. At least they could take the telephones out. Everybody's got one.
I think they should. I think they should bring them back, but go down the Star Trek line and make them agony booths.
That's right. That's right. If you're riding a bus and there's somebody on them that's like the only person in the world, you want to throw them off the bus into a TARDIS and lock them up. I like that.
Yeah.
How you doing, Heath?
Oh, yeah, it's a lovely start to a Monday morning.
Oh,
Lovely
is it?
start to a Monday morning.
How chilly
Being
is it
here
in
with all-
the winterland of us?
It is very cold. This morning, we recorded the coldest morning in Adelaide. 2 degrees. 2
Ooh.
degrees.
35 degrees Fahrenheit. I can see you're suffering. Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'm suffering, all right. I feel like I'm in a flaming fridge.
Hey, hey, James. Maybe he should take a trip up into our winters one of these months.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
Then he'll know what's cold.
lovely, thank you. I'd rather go there when it's summer.
So while you're getting blue balls, what are you working on?
Come on.
Jack, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Charming, sir. Very charming.
What are you working on?
Well, I'm actually going to be actually straight after this. I'll be starting to spray my my JPS, and then wait till that dries, and then when that's done, when that's drying, I'm making another one of these.
Oh, nice.
Well, I've built boxes before. That's not clever.
Austin Martin.
Darwin, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Shut up!
I'll be
At least
good.
Oh,
you guys know how to build a box. I don't even know how to do that. I can't find my way out of one.
Oh, I know how to build a box. It's simple. I've got several of them. See? One. Two. I know how to build a box. It's easy. Fold,
Hey,
fold,
you know,
glue.
I know of a little trick to stay warm.
Oh, yes.
That'll keep you warm.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad I'm not outside. I'll tell you that. It'll be absolutely freezing.
I'll try it a little lower. Never mind.
I'm glad I'm not outside as well.
How you doing, Phil? I gotta get away from Heath. He's making me say bad things. How are you?
Oh, don't blame me. You're the one saying it.
Okay. How are you, Phil?
So after our discussions yesterday, and I went up to Hobby Lobby and I found myself at home with a Peterbilt 359.
What's it, Gil?
1950 Peterbilt 359.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what's Gil?
125th.
Alright. No, because I've seen the 3559 on offer for 1/16th.
Yeah, and a 125th scale 1953 blown Studebaker.
Mm.
A 150 millimeter German anti-tank gun, a 57 millimeter recoilless rifle, and a 50 cal machine gun. And Rafa, we have this.
Oh, wow.
So we have our Peterbilt with our 6-cylinder diesel enhanced with a blown V8 Studebaker engine.
I'm not entirely convinced you're following the instructions there.
Not quite.
No, it looks like you've glued something on wrong.
Yeah. This is the start of my Mad Max build.
Yeah.
And in reality, I built that and I just sent it to him, so I did the mistake.
Looks good, though, Phil.
It looks good.
I think I've done well for a day and a bit, particularly laminating a blown, it's probably about a 450 cube V8 onto the front of a 6-cylinder diesel. Fun. So,
It's like a cross between Optimus Prime and Pinocchio. It's just, you know.
when I was looking at bad vehicles, I really did like the truck. And there was a couple of 50 model, I can't remember what they were now, laminated together. So that's kind of where I'm going. But in doing this, I now know why I don't build cars. I hate car kits. The best stuff. I mean, I was just trying to put the floor, the chassis onto the bottom of the Studebaker. I thought,
Well, you know why you don't like the car kits? It's because you don't have any photo etch for it. That's why.
no, the parts just don't fit. It's just crap. So I don't build. I will never build cars for real. I mean, this is fun because it's just gluing shit on top of shit and making something out of Max. But you'll never see me seriously build a car because I just don't like them. I really don't like cars.
It does depend on the sort of kit that you get, though, and who you buy. I mean, you know, some kits go together really, really well, but
The let me see what the Studebaker was. Yeah, it's an AMT, so maybe that says it all.
yes, all model crap.
Oh, no.
On the other hand, the Tamiya 150mm anti-tank gun is just a gorgeous little model.
Yeah, they do brilliant models. I can't say enough about them. They every model that they do is fantastic. Every product that they do.
Mm.
I've yet to come across a Tamiya product that's bad in any way.
Yeah. So I really only wanted the blown V8 from the Studi model, so it really doesn't matter that the kit itself is a piece of shit.
You know you've got an anti-tank gun there.
Mm-hmm.
Have you got an uncle tank gun to go with it?
A what?
An uncle tank gun.
Yeah, here it is. Let me find it. Oh, here it is.
The one thing I've learnt about car models is when you're building them, you take your time. You take your time.
Will be true with any
And
model.
then you'll be able to, take your time. If it takes you a month, it takes you a month.
Yeah.
That's not the point. It's not the point. The parts either fit together and make sense, or they don't. And these don't. So.
Well, Phil, stick with your boats.
I've built enough models, Heath, to know the difference between a decent kit and a piece of shit. However,
Yes.
I'll tell you something funny. I was looking around to strip the chrome off, and I don't have any Drano, so Drano wasn't in it. And I thought, you know what? Paint stripper will work. So I dumped a whole bunch of parts in my paint stripper, and then while I was sitting there watching the chrome just flake off, I realized, oh shit, that's the same stuff I used to glue the styrene. But while we were just chatting, I was just solutioning the steps on the truck through the solution. So, and it got enough of the chrome off to just dull it down and make sense. But, yeah, I had to pull them out before the styrene actually started to dissolve.
Yeah. Although it would be interesting looking damage.
Yeah.
You'd be okay for weathering, I suppose.
Phil, I always use bleach to take chrome off.
Now that's interesting, Jay, because I did a quick search and Drano seemed popular. I didn't see bleach.
Drano is popular, but regular chlorine bleach always works for me, and it takes anywhere from 1 to maybe 20 minutes.
Oh, really? Because I got
yeah.
The degreaser work too? The purple degreaser?
Oh
I
yeah,
got it.
well, I've never tried it on chrome. I've never tried Purple Power on chrome, but
no, I did. It doesn't work.
okay.
No,
Cleaner works in a jiff. It's real quick.
my parts are so degreased. It's not funny. But
Oh, I'm sure your wife didn't like to hear that.
what?
Jeez.
The purple power? No, it's my
Your
purple.
parts being degreased. Never mind. Moving on.
You're in a mood today, aren't you, Jack?
Let's not explain this issue.
How are you doing,
Let's
James?
just move.
Jay or me?
What?
James,
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
I'm doing fine.
That's good.
Yeah, the shift's pretty well done. For this part anyways, I've got a couple of things to tweak on it this week, and then probably start working on the mount for it.
Cool.
And then once it's mounted, then I'll start dealing with some rigging, but not until after it's mounted.
Oh, okay. This is the exciting part I like to ask people about when they finish it, because one project goes to the other, seamlessly for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
What are you working on next?
Next, I'm not quite sure yet. I may build that. I may build the Dragon 2 capsule. I've been thinking of doing that. I've got the kit printed here, so I may print that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So
I've got the whole capsule thing, the model as per the abort test here, so I may build that up just as a short, quickie build in between. So,
cool.
Something to start.
Yeah.
After that, I'm not quite sure what next. Something will patch my fancy.
All right. Yeah. Well, I think a lot of things. Never mind. I'm going to talk about myself later. But first, let's say hello to Jay. How you doing, Jay?
Good. James just mentioned the SpaceX their Dragon capsule. I don't know if anybody else heard, but the most recent SpaceX launch failed again.
Yeah, I watched
today.
that this morning.
Yes.
Yeah, it's all over the Atlantic.
That's like the third failure in a row. That's a problem.
It's funny you say that because, NASA hasn't had too many failures like this. Well, at least not ones that were broadcast. In the beginning, they had a lot of failures.
Well, this is the first launch failure for SpaceX.
Yeah, I think it is the first launch. The other two were landing failures.
Yeah, that's
okay.
experimental, so those don't count.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm working on finishing up the Dark Star. It's a studio scale Dark Star, and finishing up it encoding a new episode of the show, which will be going up this week.
Very good. Very good.
In fact, it's upstairs encoding right now, and then I'll go through it and make sure everything worked right, and then.
You feeling okay? You feeling okay?
Oh, he left.
You feeling okay?
Me? I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you said Phil. Are you feeling okay? Because he sneezed. No, I'm doing pretty good. Things are getting better, and I'm on a bunch of weird meds, which none of them make me morphine happy, but I was in the hospital once, and they gave me nitro. On a patch, and I don't know if you've ever had that, but it will give you a headache like you have never had in your life.
Open up your blood vessels like crazy, yes.
My God. And middle of the night, I couldn't sleep, and the nurse came in and asked, and I said, I can't sleep. Can I get anything for this headache? And she said, well, we can give you Tylenol or morphine. like there's a question here?
So you're working on the Dark Star then. Yeah, you showed that not a while ago. You're kind of carving it out of foam, aren't you?
Well, I carved it out of foam and then laid down a layer of epoxy. And once that, epoxy. And once that hardened, I started laying fiberglass down on top of that. And then, once you've got the shell all perfect and happy and everything is good, sand it and get it exactly the way you want it. Then you pour in, you make a hole if there isn't one, and you pour in, not very much, less than in a 2-foot long model, I used like less than half a cup of acetone. You pour that in there, and it eats away all the foam. And then you have a nice hollow shell model that works really well. So it's
You started that on the show a while ago, right?
Yeah. I'll be it's that one. I'll be updating that. So and I've got some photo etch parts I've got to make for it.
You're not going to blow yourself up this time, Jay, are you?
I'm going to try not to. No. The next episode, not this one. This one will introduce my camera thing, who is Zontar, the thing from Venus. Don't ask. And the next episode, I've got a safety inspector coming in supposedly to watch me work with Lai and photo etch, and not allow me to do a lot of the stuff that I normally do, but is probably not safe if you're not careful. So, Carwin, you wanted me to make sure I do some stuff on photo etch. I will be right after the resin episode is the first episode on photo etch, making your own photo etch.
Cool. Yeah, I'm interested in doing some photo etch myself. So
it's not hard. It's just
I think because I've watched a few tutorials on photo etch, and I think some people automatically who work with it all the time, they have their own terms and ways of putting things. I don't really think that if you're inside it and you know all the goings on, it's okay. But if you're a person looking at it from the outside, you're slightly confused as to what the hell's they're doing and why.
Yeah.
They don't really explain the why of it as much as they should.
Yeah, I'm trying to go into all that. I want to
approach it. Other than the method that you're choosing to do it, is there other methods?
There are. The method I'm choosing to do for me is the easiest and most accurate. So.
Oh, yeah, that'll be interesting to see.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Jay. I'd actually like to see an episode about how to do your own decals. That's what I'd like to see.
Making your own decals? Yeah, we could do that. Yeah. In the next episode, the one that will be posting this week, the Model Basics is about problems with decals and how to fix them.
Oh, yeah.
If you can. You can't always.
Well, I would think you would need a very good printer for that, a very precise one anyway, I would think. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this guy on a Hangout, or at least a public one. How you doing, Dirk?
Living a dream.
Well, don't say that.
This is neat. I feel like Paul Lynde on Hollywood Squares.
Square.
Paul, what's the thing to go through a monkey's brain? Finding out that Tarzan swings both ways.
You say Hollywood Squares. To me, it looks like the Gong Show. I don't know.
Yeah, you get a lot of that too.
So what's up? What are you working on? Are you working on anything? You show a lot of boxes on. You post a lot of boxes. I think, Carwin, you're wrong. It's Dirk that makes the boxes, not Heath.
Ah, right. Heath just paints up.
I've been.
So what are you working on?
You know what? I just haven't had much time. By the time I get down here, I'm beat. I really am.
Yeah,
I think about what I do and I get beat, but I've been trying to clear my bench off of some unfinished stuff. You saw the Mustang that I've been working on for the cancer awareness.
Yeah.
The Hooper Firebird. Putting those together. I've been working on these little Vipers for a while now too. Got one done. Got to build the other one. Just piddly stuff. I haven't been making any ground whatsoever. It's just I'm just too beat by the time I get here. It's just no motivation. Just come down and it's like tired.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that when I get home from work too. I got a pretty tough job too. But you did post a picture of the pink car, that Mustang, and you said that you had used nail polish for it.
Yes.
How did you apply that?
It's real simple, actually. You get the nail polish. This is what I used on this one. And you get it. I was going to do a quick video because I know you had commented on it, and a bunch of other people had asked questions about it too. Basically, where am I? Can I finish? My bad.
You're good.
Am I? All right.
You're good,
basically, pour the nail polish into a container, then refill the nail polish container with any cheap lacquer thinner. So it's a 1-to-1 mix. Pour that in.
Lacquer thinner, not acetone?
Yep.
Oh.
Mix it all up. Make sure it's, you got the consistency you want, usually on the lighter side. You add a little bit more lacquer thinner if you can. And then spray it. A nice light coat, just like normal. And the comment you made about it being more expensive isn't true. This stuff is really cheap. If you look around, you can get these for $1.50, $1.30 sometimes. You can get more expensive stuff, but you can get this stuff with the metal flake in it. It really opens a lot of doors, a lot of options to do some great car painting with it.
Huh. And you buy that at a dollar store or something like that?
Yeah.
Target, Walmart, CVS, the local supermarket, anywhere you find them, just go down and look at the colors and see the cost. And there are expensive ones, but there are cheap ones too.
So you're using lacquer thinner then? How much?
Yes.
How many parts to how many parts?
1-to-1.
1-to-1.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I said, I empty this out into a container.
Okay.
Then I fill it back up with lacquer thinner.
Okay.
Shake it up, empty it out into the container with the nail polish. Give it a good mix together, and that's what you shoot.
Cool. That sounds like a good idea, actually, because nail polish actually has some bizarre colors that you can actually use.
That's the neat thing, especially for cars. I haven't seen anything else you'd use it in, but for cars, you come out with some really sweet, wild color schemes. Like I said, it has the metal flake built into it at times. It's good stuff. It works really well.
Very nice. You did post that picture. It's actually pretty cool, and it kind of lays pretty flat, too. I don't believe you'll need to do any sanding, would you?
Oh, I did. I really did. The first time I really bumbled it up, and that's why I had to sand it down. It was real coarse. But the second time, I mixed it a lot better, a little thinner, and it went on better. And I just used really steel wool on it, flattened it all out, and then I did some Future on it, and it leveled all out, and it looks good now.
What course is it? Quadruple zeros?
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty fine.
I mean, this is still not like uber shiny or anything like that. I've never been able to do that, but it's passable for a real car, if you ask me, the color and texture. So
get that finished. That's the one I'm interested in.
I started working on finishing off the interior. I put the sidewalls on. The dash is in now. So it's getting there.
All right, cool. Okay, it's a little late is better than never. So let's another different angle for the Tazzy. Look at that.
Oh, how you doing all? Yeah, just with a bit of electronics, just hooking up Green Goblin to the glider. Because his pumpkin flashes, so I got to hook the wiring up for that. And I think I'll stop doing that while I'm on the Hangout.
I'm getting a bit of inspiration from you. That room doesn't even look like it has a door.
Yeah, he's locked in.
It doesn't. He's always in there.
Oh, that's the door. That looks like a window. Oh, okay. That goes outside.
Yeah.
That's usually where outside doors lead to.
Yeah.
My wife, I don't know whether you can see it, or my wife's studio, 2 for the price of 1. I built my wife's studio and my studio at the same time, and it's just a deck in between, and a deck over the top, when roofing over the top, so...
Oh, bloody hell. I mean, really? You built 2 studios. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. So, well, actually, you're giving me some inspiration there. You said that room is, what, about 10 by 10? And my room is 10 by 10, but it's not something I was built. You want to swap out spouses for like a day so I can get my own studio? But no,
probably not in a couple of months.
so my guess is that there's no carpeting in there either.
Sorry.
There's no carpeting in there either.
Yeah, there's carpet.
There is? Okay.
Well, there's a giant mat. So it covers the entire floor, but
Okay.
it's a like a Persian carpet type of thing, except for cheap.
I'm actually having this inspiration that you're actually causing me to build another work area, because I really can't be down here in the wintertime. It gets awfully cold down here, and I miss out on a lot of modeling in the wintertime. So I'm thinking about...
Well, probably one of the things I would build first, like except for a studio, would be a spray booth. It's very handy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and right where I'm sitting will become my spray booth. Yeah. I'm actually really considering strongly going upstairs, and it hasn't been too hot of a summer, but if it does, I'll just get an air conditioner, pop it in a window. I only get one window in a corner. It's a pretty awkwardly arranged room, but yeah, you're inspiring me to do a video on how to create a space for yourself.
Yeah, this is fairly crazy. I'll swing it around.
Take us on a tour.
That's the door.
Oh, duh.
I thought they built, I never saw there was a door in there. I thought they built a room around you and you left you in there and feed you to the
And then we've got another window.
Yeah, I really like the window there. That's nice.
And and then swing back around to more paints.
Oh, so that's where I've been sitting all this time.
Yeah. And another window, which is
Nice.
which is where the laptop sit in front of the other window.
The lighting in your room is very good because you got all those windows. The room upstairs is like here. It's a dungeon. Long and short of it. Cool beans. And I don't think anybody's really done any videos about building a workspace, about what would be consistent in everybody's workspace, namely a table.
Yeah. Well, mine's actually built out of a door.
Except if you're that, oh gosh, who am I thinking of? Craig Kerr. He doesn't need a table. He just needs a coffee table.
Yeah.
I use that as well. I use my coffee table. I got this table here, which is built out of a door, and I got that table there, which is actually a table.
Well, I don't even have a coffee table, but I mean, I just actually.
I use an actual metal workbench and just covered it with a cutting board.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay, James is like a Wizard of Oz. He's just his voice like out of nowhere. You can't see it. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I got something done.
What? You did?
Yeah, I got something done. I got my.
Hey!
Your X-wing.
Yep, I showed it off yesterday. There was like nothing on it, and it's
awesome.
crazy there because I had sprayed it with a no gloss spray, the Krylon stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I did the Romulan bird of prey, and I sprayed it with this stuff. Not a good idea. It kills the decals. The decals are all flaking off of the bird of prey.
Yeah.
So what I did this time around is I got the acrylic floor wax that's glossy. Well, mine's semi-gloss, and I put a coat of it on it, and that way at least the spray doesn't get to the decals. And these fine mold decals are freaking amazing. They respond very well to microsol. This stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
This softens the decals, and actually the fine mold decals get kind of rubbery even, you know. Yeah, go ahead.
No, sorry. No, it's okay, Jack. I was just going to say, I wish, because we've had this discussion about decals bubbling and breaking before, and when you use certain types of lacquer. And I just wish companies like like Tamiya and all that and Krylon would actually put on the can whether or not it's decal safe. You know, I think that would be a good idea because you buy these sealants, these lacquers, these things. You spray it. You put a lot of time and work into your model. You spray it, and then you've got decals that are just sort of bubbling, blistering, and crumbling in front of you. And it'd be nice if they just put this product is decal safe, and
But they certainly don't. And what that Microsoft does, maybe I can get a close-up of this in the red area. You see that little rectangle thing there? That's actually part of the model. And when I applied it, I kind of like sopped up the water, let it sit for a few minutes, and then I just doused it in with an eyedropper, doused it with the Microsoft. Let that sit for about 15 minutes. And then because it's a flat piece, I just got a cotton ball, placed it on top, and I just squeezed it on there. And it turned out like it's painted on. It looks like it's painted on. It looks real good.
Man, that's just so dirty. God.
One beat up X-wing, yeah.
Don't you wash your hands before you build a model, Jack?
Here's a TIE fighter, and look how clean it is.
Yeah.
I think Phil's losing the will to live. He looks like he's cutting his hand off.
But I would say, though, with this Krylon stuff, it gives it a haze, which makes it look even dirtier than it really is. So I haven't found some, well, maybe the floor wax that's flat would work better than this spray. But the spray certainly does a good number on making it, crazy dirty. So, anywho, that's what I've been doing. And have you know, Mr. Keith, I started working on the Maquis ship, because I got my spool of Chinese tape, LED tape right here, and it works really nicely. It's very thin, very pliable. But I found that LED tape doesn't like to be in, what do you call it, acrylic? Teeth acrylic, dental acrylic. Because what happens when it's inevitable that one of the rows will fry out and burn out. So I got to find another way to get my effect.
You have to be careful, especially anything that's got a activator in it or anything like that, because it'll attack the foil. It'll attack and corrode the foil.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I guess I got to find another way to get this. I'm thinking of perhaps of clear resin, but clear resin is clear. I don't want it to be necessarily clear. I need it to be kind of hazy, foggy,
Well, you could use PVA glue on it.
Yeah.
Clear PVA glue.
Well, that's true. You can even do Elmer's glue for that matter.
Elmer's glue or your Aleene's clear gel glue. That'll work.
All right. Yeah, so I'm trying to get a specific effect there, Keith, and I did manage it, but it burnt out.
Well, I fill these windows in there with dental acrylic. That seemed to work out too.
Yeah, I can do that too here as well. Just make a frame out of styrene to insert it inside, because after all, the openings on the sides are two halves. I don't know. I don't know if that would work.
Well, no, what I did was I left that side off, and then you put a bit of plastic in behind.
Right.
Sit it up like that on its end, and then just fill it with the dental acrylic, and then away you go. So they end up nice and flat and blah blah. Then you can sort of come around and stick the side on, and sort of away you go. But now it's in its base coat, and it's had a gloss clear coat, and now it's all ready for its detailing and all the other panels and all the other crap. It's certainly coming along now, and the lighting looks great. I love it. It's it's very effective.
Yeah.
What one of the things I like about coming onto the Hangout is that anytime Jack talks about his models, it's like a tutorial on what not to do, because he usually ends up with the words, "and it caught fire."
Wow. You figured me out. You figured me out.
No, it's educational. I love it.
So don't encase the thing here. Don't encase LED tape inside. Don't pour the dental click on top of it. Make it separate somehow. I like the effect though. It did last for a few minutes, but I do like that effect. That's the effect I want. I want like the hot spots, but not quite like hot spots. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. You want it to look like there's something behind it, but you can't quite see what it is.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Because in the Federation ships, it's got to be even Steven across the entire color of the light. And this is not a Starfleet ship. This is a Federation ship, which is less perfect, I guess.
Yeah. It's the sort of clunkier ships.
Yeah, that's what I want to make it look like. Sort of a piece of shit that it is,
Yeah. I think sometimes when you get hotspotted, I think you can use hotspotting to your advantage. It's and I think eliminating all hotspots is kind of boring. I think.
Well, yeah, direct hotspots, but if you kind of sort of fade them out, but still can see them, make them obvious. That's my goal. There is a model here that I deliberately made light leaks in it. This is the D7 kits. It's gone to me here.
Mm-hmm.
And on the nacelle, it don't look like much. It still looks intact. But if you look closer, if I get it on an angle, you might see a slot right below the raised area.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can see the nacelles lit, yeah.
And it looks much better in person. It's kind of blue on that screen, but
It looks greenish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. And that's a deliberate light leak that you can't tell that's really there.
It isn't now.
Right.
Yeah, it's commonly that technique is commonly known as Raytheon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yep. No, that's good.
Thank you. Get this stuff up there. I'd like to, yesterday I got too caught up in the latest news, and I didn't get to screen share other than James and his Bismarck. But I'll tell you what, you guys have been very, how should I say, prolific.
Prolific, yeah.
Prolific. Let me say the word.
Can't get your tongue around it. Okay, prolific.
And of course, my computer wants to hang on and not work. Thought I had something posted up there, but talk amongst yourselves.
The Civil War was never civil nor war. Discuss.
Don't bring it up. Don't bring it up. That was practically the whole show yesterday was about that damn flag. So,
but it was a good show nonetheless.
Right. It was. Boy, we have nothing to talk about if if I have nothing to screen share.
I've been doing this.
Yeah, show us your Green Goblin there, mister.
I've got Spider-Man. I thought I'd do Spider-Man at the same. Well,
Spidey.
He looks like Silver Surfer's got cramp.
Yeah. But he's come up really, really well. I mean, for a $10 Chinese rip-off kit, it's come up really, really well. So, I mean, it's only in grade primary.
I'm sorry. Screw Spider-Man. Batman's the way. Batman's the way.
Oh, yeah.
Complete with light. This is actually a statue, so I can't complain.
Oh, you can't complain about a statue? Why not?
Because it's made of plastic. See? Sharpness. Plastic. Listen.
Must be something about the Australian sense of humor I don't get.
See, that's the problem with you across the pond, is you don't get our humor.
Across the ponders, yes, that would be us. To you, that would be, yes, us. And yes, I'm still having trouble bringing up the community. Thank you. Oh, here we go. I think we got something moving along here. Let's see. Push home. I think it'll go home. Maybe it won't. Maybe it will. Okay. Currently, we have 1,521 members.
Nice.
And growing by leaps and bounds every 5 or 10 a week. Slowed down a little bit from the 20 and 30 in the past, but still about 10, 5, 10, maybe 20 every now and again. We have new members. We're a pretty active community, I guess. If you want to be on the show, always give me a message, and I will be not broadcasting for the month of July. If one of you want to do a Sunday hangout, that's completely up to you. But I got Liam from the Green Isle to do the Across the Pond for the next 2 Saturdays. So I'm not going to be broadcasting. I'm taking a month off, 2 shows off. And I hoped that my plans work out the way I'm wanting them to. That way you'll see what I'm up to. It will have something to do with the show. I hope my money holds out. Anyway, I did get some screen share going here, and right now I have Joe Caslin.
Wow.
His detailed work. Let's get this out of the way.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
I'm not even sure what this is. I think he did label it.
It's a B117. It's a B117.
Yeah.
B117G, he's calling it. Yep.
B17, not a B17.
Not a B117, right.
B17.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, and those may be the last pictures we get for a while too.
Why?
He's been asked to publish the model in a magazine.
So he can't pick up any pictures
so
of
he
it.
so he won't be able to publish any more pictures till after the magazine is published.
Mm-hmm. Nice. I think this is part of the kit, or is this
Well, that's actually the front gunner's position. That's the front bomber's position there. And then you've got the two, and then that whole cockpit, you've got like the pilot, co-pilot. Then when you go back, you've got the two gunners, the 2 side gunners, and then you've got the rear gunner position, which is the other bit.
Plus, it looks like the radio.
Well, you got the communications and the navigation area.
Yeah, you got the communications and navigator there. And
Yeah.
then just past that door, you've got the rear gunner position, which is just here.
Yeah.
And normally in that section there, you've got the 2 side gunners. So
These right here. They look like ramps.
No, those are the bomb racks.
Yeah.
they're the
Oh,
bomb
these
racks.
are bomb ramps. Cool.
Yeah. When you're going through, you got to walk on that little
Right here.
rail to get
Yep.
to the other side.
There's a rope
I did
guideline
see
on
Angela.
each side you can hold on to.
I did see Angela Jolie's movie, and I can't remember the name of it. There was a scene in it where one of the guys was trying to walk across that into the back.
So
Yeah.
behind the pilots, you have the bomb bay. Behind is the probably the navigator radio officer.
Yeah.
Behind him will be the mid gunners, and yeah, the tail.
Here.
You have two guys generally down in the nose. One is the bombardier, and he also serves as a gunner, and behind him will also be another gunner. There's generally two machine guns in the B-17s in the nose.
I think there's also a gunner up top, isn't there, Phil?
Yeah,
Right
you've
behind the pilots.
got upper turret gunner, and you've got a belly gunner.
Yeah, gully gunner, and then you got a top gunner, then you got the rear gunner,
Yep.
and as Phil said, the bombardier.
The belly gunner was my size because you had to be bloody tiny to be put in that little ball and hung out the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the most vulnerable spots on the B-17,
Yeah.
being under the belly.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
ball turret gunners
because
did tend to get killed a lot, but what was probably worse was when the ball turret broke down and they couldn't rotate it so the guy could get out, and the plane's landing gear was shot and it wouldn't lower. That kind of thing did happen where there's absolutely no chance of saving this guy because as soon as the plane touches down, it crushes the ball and the person inside it. That's got to be hell.
Yeah, that ball turret gunner, by the way, was held in with a safety strap. So if the ball fell away, what was holding the aircraft was a safety group.
Yeah.
Boy,
You need to,
on Memphis Belle, both engines were flaming on fire too.
if you watch the movie Fortress,
Yeah.
it's a great rundown on what the B-17 crews actually went through.
Just incredible.
Well, keeping with the military theme, Craig Kerr is doing his Mervaka, something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
This,
Merkava.
Merkava.
Yeah.
this is a Russian tank?
Israeli.
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 Wow. Look at the detail on this.
Wow.
Oh yeah, he's done a fantastic job on it.
Incredible.
Wow.
Look at that. Earrings all the way around.
What you talk about, fool?
Dude, what the?
Is that me?
No.
No, it's not me.
That was me.
I just lost my Google page. Oh, I'm so not good at this sometimes. I don't know, because it's a Sunday night, you know. I've had all weekend to relax, and I certainly relaxed today.
Yeah, on that Merkava, I'm never quite sure what the purpose of that ball and chain are.
I think it's to protect the guys from being hit. I don't know. I've never understood it
I
either.
think it's probably to protect the turret mechanism. It looks like it's vulnerable back there. And those chains probably deflect a lot of flak and debris and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's how they
The most vulnerable
Grenade. Yeah.
The most vulnerable points on tanks are the rear of the tank and the front of the tank, because sometimes the armor is too thick on the side of the tank. But then if you hit the tracks, you're screwed anyway. So that's. I mean, I was talking to a tank driver from World War II, and they said they always aimed for the tracks or the rear of the tank, because if the tank in front is an enemy tank and you so you just go for the tracks, and then you hit the tracks and stop. You hit the engine, that's it. They're all dead because the impact of the
Well, that makes sense, but wouldn't some tanks have like a gunner in the back? But that's where the engine is. That's where the motor is. Where would the motor be on a tank? In the back or the front?
It's in the back.
On those in the back.
Most are in the back.
Most are in the back.
Well, in the turret, on the turret, you've only got the main gun. The safest person in that tank is probably the commander. But then again, that's been proven wrong every time. Because sometimes if you hit, because in World War II, you hit that turret and you hit that tank, the driver's probably dead or injured, commander's probably dead or injured, and then you've got, like, who's going to... But the one safest area of the tank, if you're in the tank, is probably the one driving, because you've got thick layers of armor, so on each side of the driver. So,
Depends on the type
each
of
tank did have a cannon, and it did have a machine gun. The machine gunner would be up top all the time.
Depends on the type of round that was used on the tank. If they used a Hesh round, it would just saturate inside the turret with liquid metal.
Mm-hmm.
I've also heard that those things can catch fire inside. I don't know what will burn, but...
Oh, there's oil. There's all kinds of stuff.
Oh, it has lots of flammables inside it.
They used to nickname the Shermans the Ronson, as in the Ronson lighters.
Yeah.
One strike and they went up.
Yeah, especially the American version because they were gasoline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
British ones were diesel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we used to use, in Australia, we used to use the Tiger tanks. And we had nothing but trouble with them. Nothing but trouble. Because as soon as you shot off one round, the bullet would come back and whack you right in the head. And that's why we wear the helmets.
That's why you got to get out of the way.
If the shell came back and hit you on the head with when you had a helmet, safe.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Jamie just showed up.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Jamie,
Just
what's
got
up? Got back from what?
Ireland.
Don't you live on an island?
I went to Liam's area.
How was
It was great.
it? Was it?
Yeah, absolutely great. Went to the Giant's Causeway, they call it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And there was a thing called a horseshoe. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
I've used horseshoes before they put them on horses.
No, this is like a formation in the rock.
I'm still trying to bring back the community. See how my computer don't like this thing? I don't know what's with it. I don't know. It must be running something in the background that's soaking up all its bandwidth. Boy,
You had a good time, man, Jim.
Well, you were on a little bit of a holiday there, Mr. Jamie, so you didn't really do anything this weekend, did you?
For me?
You didn't do anything much this weekend as far as modeling goes, is that right?
No. I was actually in Highland. Do you guys ever heard of a thing called it's like a haunted woodland it was in Game of Thrones.
Oh,
yeah. This is us outside that. Like a haunted.
I think Jack and I are the only two people on the planet that have not watched Game of Thrones.
You should. You should. It's
I've heard
good.
that.
Why should that?
3 of us, Jack.
Oh, okay.
I just finished watching season 5 of that, and I can't wait for season 6.
Been on for 5 seasons?
Well, 5 seasons already. See how far behind the times we are, Jay?
Yeah.
I got up and running.
Watch Game of Thrones.
I've been
What's
watching.
Carwin.
Watch Game of Thrones.
Carwin.
Hello.
Did you like the long walk of nudity?
Do you know, there was a point where I just went from, this isn't a walk of shame, this is just gratuitous perversion. I mean, I enjoyed every minute of it. I'm not going to complain.
And what's wrong with that?
I've always been a big fan of gratuitous perversion myself.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was a shot that was supposed to be showing this person being stripped down and being made to walk through the streets naked for the sake of shame. You know, literally a walk of shame.
Yeah.
But there were so many full frontal shots that it was just like, okay, this is no longer a walk of shame. This is the director running out of ideas as to what to do here. It went on for about 5 minutes.
I think she. There you go. And I think she needed a trim, though, didn't you?
Well, you know.
Sounds to me like they stole something from an old story called Lady Godiva.
Oh God.
Oh no. This was more like this was less Lady Godiva because she was out to make a point. I think everybody else was out to make a point.
Yeah. I wonder what that point was.
Like I said, there was a point about halfway through her walk where I went, but they're kind of showing a bit too much boob here, you know. And like I said, it was like, no, I'm not going to look away.
That's probably the first time that's
You're a
ever happened.
full-blooded grown man, and you do something like that.
You said you like to watch gratuitous, what is it, perversion, did you say? I don't know.
Yeah.
Perversion.
Well, I've said before, Game of Thrones should have a boob off with Spartacus. And my mate said, Spartacus would definitely win. I said, I don't care who wins, I just want to see it.
Okay, I got everything up and running. Here's an old favorite from the 50s, sci-fi. Interstellar Model at the War. Oh, shoot. There it goes again.
The space arc, yeah.
The space arc. I'm still trying to do this thing here. It's the hardest thing about this is the paint job. Don't you agree?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
To get a paint job this perfect.
It's just a really good looking silver. It's done really, really well, and it's not like a really gloss silver. It's got this sort of satin sheen to it.
Yeah.
It's very, very nice.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. I'd like to see the rest of that track.
Well, that's all you get
Uh-huh.
with the model.
Very cool.
It's a nice little model. I have one of those that I'm doing a diorama of it actually launching up like this. So along the track. So
Yeah, you'd need about a board about 8-9 feet long to show the whole track.
Oh, more than that, yeah.
Because it goes there and up a mountain type thing, doesn't it? I think.
Mm-hmm. That's the paint job. I would say that would be the hardest thing about that build, to make it look so smooth.
Yeah, well, like I said, and the sheen on it as well. It's not. It doesn't look like paint. It does look like it's got some sort of textured metallic finish to it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Bob Busking, missed you. Haven't seen you on the show. So if you're watching this, looking forward to your return. And this is your Kingfisher, I believe. It's a Kingfisher.
I'm not seeing anything.
He's done a nice job.
You did a great job on that.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh, very nice. Indeed.
Oh yeah.
Again, it's the paint. That's the paint.
Nice and dirty.
He's displaying it on that mirror. Very cool.
Bob does some great builds, Bob does some really great builds.
Certainly does.
He's pretty prolific.
Wow, look at the instrument panel.
Yeah.
God's sake! Now
He's even
that's
got the-
detail. That
he's got
is
a little-
detail right
It's got the little arms of the dials
Yeah.
all painted up.
Yeah, looks like you got acrylic in the dials too, so.
Mm-hmm.
there. Unbelievable.
Oh yeah.
This part right here. This is the part that I find fascinating. That he to be able to do something.
Yeah, I like the sort of. It looks like he's gone down the top of the fuselage and made it look like there's some sort of dust or thing that has been hit by the propeller, and you can see where the wing was there. He looks like he's angled it so you can see where the wing has masked that area to stop it from getting hit by dirt.
Yeah.
No, I think he just needs to dust his models off. I don't think that was on purpose. Not,
No.
but this cable here that would be the radio antenna. Probably, I don't know if it was included in the kit, but certainly you can achieve this by using something called piano wire.
No, that's smaller than piano wire, I believe.
Yeah.
That's almost like a magnetic wire, really.
Really?
Probably. That's thin stuff.
Yeah, but to get it to look so taut and so straight.
Either that or really long pubic hair.
You could do that with line too, and you can get it stiff by encapsulating it in the glue and get it stiff.
Yeah.
Thread.
You can use thread. You can use stretched screw. I don't think that's stretched screw.
No, I don't think that's stretched screw.
Easy line. Easy line is.
Yeah.
That's what I was suggesting.
Easy line, yeah.
Main tool.
He's also a Father's Day 48-hour build as well. And I'm going to take a guess as to what this car is. Looks like a Camaro.
Don't know.
Yeah, that's a
442,
Camaro.
it's an Oldsmobile. No, it is a Camaro.
442, yeah.
Yeah.
442? Okay,
Yeah.
well, that's on the side there. Oh, it is an Oldsmobile.
Yeah.
That's a dead giveaway right there. Gee, we got it right anyway as far as the manufacturer goes.
Guys,
Also-
I've got to run. It's after 9 and I've got to run, but I will see you all later, okay?
Okay, Jay.
See you, Jay.
Take care.
All right, so long, Jay. It is after 9. We're having so much fun.
Joe.
Okay, well, gee, Jay had to remind me it was after 9. We killed an entire hour and, 6-7 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, it'll be put away from me. Anyway, thanks for y'all showing up. I'll be back in August. As I said, I'm taking off the month of July. And let me give you a date as to when. Of course, my computer wants to be slow.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. You can do it. I don't know. It doesn't want to do it. But probably, I believe it's the second Saturday-Sunday combination. Let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Goodbye. It's went away. All right. Well, anyhow, I'm going to be back. I'll, of course, port notices up before I come back on in August. Do any one of you two want to do 2 Sundays in a row? No?
I don't mind doing Sundays.
Well, you can try. And I'll be watching.
Hey, come on. I do my league hangout on every second Sunday. I know how to set it up. Gee.
Oh, sure you do. Sure you do. And I'd like to thank you, Carwin, for stopping by and sharing. And I know you're tired. Go to bed. And happy modeling to you, too.
Thank you. And I'm like that poster behind Dirk. I'm the Walking Dead right now.
Take care, Colin.
Thanks, Dirk, for stopping by, too. I haven't seen you in a bit. It's good talking to you, as always.
It's actually my official first hangout.
Is it? I thought you've been on a broadcast hangout already.
Maybe one for like a couple minutes, but that was it.
Oh, okay.
First time I've been on a full one.
So we popped your cherry. That's good to know. And Heath, thanks for stopping by. And being in the military yourself, you know a lot about tanks. And James, thank you for stopping by, too.
You're welcome.
And Jamie, you came in late, but you look tired. Go to bed.
I flew in just from Ireland I got home about half an hour ago.
Oh, that's the first thing you thought of was us. Thank you.
Oh yeah, had to come and do me Hangout.
And Keith, thanks for giving us a short tour of your small workshop.
Yeah.
And informing us that doors usually go out.
Yeah.
I learned something today. Bill, thanks for stopping by. Happy modeling, everyone. And this is Scratch and Jack. This is Scratch and Jack for the Amazing Plastic Sunday Hangout and Across the Pond Hangout. See you in a month in August. So long and happy modeling, everyone.
Good night.
Bruce!
Bye.